Here we go. Learning new offenses with Joker, part 3 of prosecuting this idiot. Howie is going to prosecute, and Senator Cruz is prosecuting. All these people are going to be prosecuting this bitch.
Judge, you're embarrassed to answer my question, aren't you?
And that you would go light on those criminals. Those of us who work in the human trafficking, child abuse areas, it is so disheartening to see judges who practice leniency on these criminals. Ms. Campbell, it's nice to meet you. You and I have never met, and Senator Welch, you said the White House said we had interviewed her. We've never met. And no, we did not interview her, so we may want to correct the White House record on that. Ms. Campbell, have you ever been a judge?
No, Senator.
Do you mind using your microphone?
That's the second time they told her to turn it on.
So you have no experience. You have appellate law experience, but no experience as a judge.
Senator, I have argued numerous times before the
Okay, but you have no experience as a judge. I want to go back to the Tennessee Bar Association. When your nomination was announced, and by the way, this was a deal that was worked out before the vacancy was ever announced. We heard about it from plenty of people in Nashville, that this is exactly what was going to happen, that the deal was done. And I'm sure you're probably aware of that. Weren't you aware of that?
Senator, I was not.
Okay, the Bar Association does note your work for Workers' Dignity. Did you ask them to correct that since you said you never worked for them?
I have not asked them to correct that.
Why did you not?
I wasn't aware that it said that.
Oh, so the TBA Law Blog is sent out and you read it. I assume you read it. And did you note the inaccuracy? And did you ask them to correct it? Did they issue a correction? Please respond.
Senator, I do not recall reading that blog.
You don't recall reading it. So this deal was so cooked that she didn't even look at what the TBA Law Blog had to say when the nomination was announced. Let's go to this support for Odessa Kelly. And we've discussed that several times today. You've never been able to say why you chose to support her. And you were tagged in a Facebook post with her. So there is a reason you chose to make your largest political contribution ever to Odessa Kelly. And we have a list of tweets, Mr. Chairman, things that Odessa Kelly has said about this committee, positions that she has taken. So why would you choose to support Odessa Kelly when you knew what her opinions were? Because when people say things like that, it's not only in a tweet. We've got it on Facebook. We have it in other instances. So would you like to provide an answer on that? Senator Cruz asked you about that. You never could say why you supported her. Do you align with her politically? Do you agree with her? Do you think that we are aligned with the devil? What would cause you to be right up there with your best political support and contribution for her?
Senator, as I said, I'm not familiar with those statements. I do not support.
So you never heard her indicate anything. What did you think you were supporting? What kind of agenda were you supporting when you supported her?
Senator, again, I'm not familiar with those particular statements.
You have to have it. Every candidate has a political ideology. Why would you give that support for someone who has made such statements? And let me ask you, go back to the Workers' Dignity, that work that you've done. Do you agree with them on abolishing law enforcement, abolishing ICE?
Senator, I'm not familiar with those statements, but I can categorically say to you that I disagree with those positions.
So you would not abolish ICE. Okay. The Tennessee Immigrant and Refugee Rights Coalition, and we have discussed this, and you're saying, I want you to say this for the record. So you are saying that they are lying when they say that you gave them advice and consent and help. Is that correct?
Wow. This is part 4. Learning new offenses with Joker of who's representing and who's against us and who's for the criminals. That's who is against us. The ones that are for the criminals are against us. Have an awesome day. Be kind to the kind. Follow your dreams. Be passionate. It's hard. It's depressing. It's just going to get worse. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. So buckle up. Stay tight. Be prepared. Don't be scared. Have an awesome day in this dark days.